Hello friends, thanks for tuning into this week's Brain Food. Hey, for those of you that have been following my content for a while, you might have noticed that I missed the last few weeks of doing a video. And it was because I lost my voice. You can still hear, right, a little bit of that scratchiness in my voice. About 5 or 6 weeks ago, I got a really bad cold and I completely lost my voice for 2 weeks and then didn't have my voice for much of the third and half of the fourth week either. It was the longest I'd ever lost my voice. So enough about me though. That's why I haven't been doing videos for more than a month. And I'm back with a brain food. And you guys know that one of the things I like to do for my inspiration for my videos each week is to talk about something that's going on in my business, with a client, with a friend, whatever. And so last night I was with a good friend of mine, John Hinman with Nexus 5 Group. And we were talking about a bunch of things about marketing and business and just got into a really good conversation. And there were a few great future video ideas that came out of that conversation, by the way. But one of them is the thing that I shared with John about river and rocks. And it's one of the ways that I've kind of lived my life and my career is this concept of river and rocks. So if you picture in your mind a riverbed, right, with a stream flowing through it, and there's a bunch of rocks, you can see if you just watch, the water goes around the rocks. Why? Because it's the easiest path to get where it's going. And I know people are going to say, well, it's going someplace down because of gravity. I get all that. And some other people are going to say, well, avoiding the rocks is lazy. You should try to go over and challenge and conquer the rocks. But here's the simple idea. For me, I work hard. I'm motivated and all those kinds of things. But I also don't want to waste my energy and waste my time. So when I think about river and rocks, what I mean by that is when I'm faced with a situation in my personal life and in my business life that is going to be significantly difficult, and it's not for somebody who I love and care about, I have to ask myself the question, is this one of those river and rocks situations? So if I look back at my career, there have been plenty of obstacles put in my path. And some of those obstacles, sure, I've fought and overcome because it was worth it based on the people involved, right? But there have been plenty of times in my career where there have been rocks put in my place and I've simply just slid right on around that rock and didn't pay attention to it. So a tactical thing, like, what do you mean by that, Jason? Like, okay, for example, I get a call from a potential customer here in town, and they say, hey, we're doing an RFP proposal for LinkedIn training or website or blogging or whatever it is, something I do. And they say, we're going to have people submit their request, the responses to our request for proposal. And my personal philosophy is I'm never going to do that, because what that is it's a lot of energy and a lot of time with no guarantee that there's a real chance that you could even get the business. And so I stopped doing requests for responding to RFP requests, 12 years ago. I haven't responded to a single one, and I haven't missed anything because of that. I probably dodged a few bullets actually because of that as well. And so the thing I wanted to leave you with today, guys, is think about how you're making decisions and how you're going through life. And if you feel like you're beating your head against a wall in whatever that situation is, maybe think about, is this a river and rock situation where it's not worth the time? Take that pause and ask yourself, is it worth the time that I'm having this brain damage over, this angst, anxiety, anger, whatever? Or do I just need to kind of slide on around this rock and move on with my day, my week, my month, and my year, and not even look in the rearview mirror about that rock? So that's my brain food for this week. Is I hope that you can, if you're not already doing the river and rock thing and making sure you're making good calls based on how difficult a task is and is it worth it based on the people involved, that's a great litmus test for how I make decisions, and I hope that helps you guys. Tomorrow, I'm having knee surgery. So this is the week, it's like in the middle of August of 2023, and I'm having knee surgery tomorrow. So I'm going to try and do a video next week. Probably will be able to, but wish me luck. And I hope you guys are having a great day. I'll see you next week.